Okay, it's 7:44. We are at the Berlin Fish Hatchery, getting ready to go to the trailhead to go up to Cabot. We were out here yesterday, just checking things out, and they had told us not to worry about the gate because it would be left open. And like I said, it's 7:46. The gate is open, and I would recommend that if you do climb Cabot, that you call ahead and just make sure it will be open. So we're here at the York Pond Trailhead. We'll be taking this down to Brunel Notch Trail, which is 2/10 of a mile from here, and we'll be taking that on our journey over to Mount Cabot. And that's the trail. Okay, so we're going over the first footbridge, and this is what the trail is looking like. The bugs have already started. Speaking of footbridges, there's a small, tiny one. But the bugs are being relentless already, and we're just at the beginning. So we've hit the trail junction already with the Brunel Notch Trail. Mount Cabot is 4.5 miles that way. There's also a sign on the tree here at the trail junction showing that they have removed the wood stove from the cabin and want us to plan accordingly. Seeing how it's hot and humid out today, the plan is we wouldn't use it anyway. Okay, the Brunel Notch Trail now takes a left. No longer wants us to follow the logging road, which has been really, really easy. It's decided if we're climbing a mountain, we ought to start getting some elevation. So here we go. So Miss Abby decided it was time to put on her mud knee highs again. So she's ready to hike. We're about 2 miles in, and this is what we're seeing. The trail overall, there was one steep part as soon as we came off the old logging road. Other than that, it hasn't been a bad hike at all so far. So we're moving on still.
So we made it to the junction, the Kilkenny Ridge Trail, obviously a South Park fan. And we got 1.8 to Mount Cabot. So we head this away.
So we came into the Mount Cabot Trail. There's a sign here that says Mount Cabot Trail is no longer maintained. Just for people who aren't sure, that is the part that is no longer maintained. There was a dispute with the landowner, and it's supposedly officially closed, though people are still using it. The trail that goes up to Mount Cabot is this way, which is still maintained. We're at 3,300 feet. Just came to a side trail that said view, and well, it wasn't kidding. It is a view. I'm gonna take a rest here for a little bit, short break, before continuing up. There's Cheryl and Abby. Hey Abs, Cheryl. So, hey, I'm gonna sit for a minute. So here's the cabin. The side of it is just covered with flies. I imagine they must be out here, whoops, just sunning themselves. But let's go take a gander. Oh, nice wind. The breeze is very, very nice up here. Yeah, let's take a look.
So if you are planning on staying in the cabin overnight, I'd bring some fly spray with you first. Well, in order to spend the night. There's quite a few flies in here. I don't know why. The windows are closed, but they're getting in. If I was to spend the night, I would have to kill them first. But if you're in trouble, it's a great place to sleep.
Duct tape. You get all you need.
Ah, yes. There's your duct tape.
Hold on, just go stick the flies to it. You'll be all set.
Butane. I don't know if it has anything in it. No, it's empty. That must have been where the stove was.
Apparently.
There's a little sink of sorts.
I didn't even take too much.
And a bucket for water. I don't know where you get the water from. Must be around here somewhere.
So all the way up, this trail has more frogs marking it than blazes, or toads, I should say. there have been, I think Cheryl said she counted at least 20. So this little guy thinks he's hiding, but they are all over the trail. Okay, there's the Mount Cabot sign. It says we're at 4,180 feet. There's been controversy about this. Some people say it's actually 10 feet shorter. And other people say this isn't even high point. The research that we've done out online actually shows that if you walk this way, come down this path. By the way, it's very, very buggy up here today. We're trying to eat lunch and they're all over us. But, so you follow this path all the way till you get to this section where you can't go any further. Turn around, and there is that stick screwed to the tree, which, like we said, the research that we've done, not many people have said anything about this, but they're saying that this is the true summit. I took a GPS reading at both the Mount Cabot sign and the stick sign, and they're almost identical. But if you want to be a stickler and are afraid that the Mount Cabot sign isn't actually the summit, and you want to at least come out and step on this section, well, this is how you get there. I can't believe AMC would actually hide the true summit by putting a stick way out here behind a tree. But stranger things have happened. Okay, this is the summit. Before we leave to head back down, try to let you at least get a full view of it. And just so you know, up the mountain, all the way up, occasionally I was checking to see if there's cell service. I like to make a mental note of where there's cell service on a mountain, just in case of an emergency. And I have pretty much had service all the way up here, including the summit. The hike itself up was not a bad hike.
No scrambling? There
was no scrambling at all. There was a few spots that were really just ups. They were kind of steady at times. A lot of the time it was kind of flat. So it should take us no time to get back out of here. Even if they were closing the gate at 4 today, we would have no problem getting back down in time. Well, we hope. Of course, clouds are starting to roll in too, so we're heading out of here. I'll be cooling down after the hike. Wouldn't mind going in and taking a swim myself. Not a bad day all in all. So, say goodnight, Cheryl.
Good night, Cheryl.
So this is where the Mount Cabot trail would come in if it was still a authorized trail. I want to say the landowners and the Forestry Service, from what I understand, had an argument, and so this is no longer maintained to get up to where we're at the Kilkenny Ridge Trail. Oh! Take 2 because I almost killed myself. Okay, so down this path here. Oh, Jesus!